See us.
R.I.P. in peace if you had the over in this one, huh?
R.I.P. and P. Yeah, somebody just hit me on all those alts. He's like, hopefully these were for $1. Yeah, they weren't. I mean, they weren't for a ton. If Arizona can come back and get this within 4, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was more of a I hadn't got to do that for so long.
Do
And
you have much? I don't know. What's your? I guess we'll let people come in and we'll give people some time here because this is it is officially halftime. Uh, don't worry about that. Let's see.
Are you watching pornography?
No, it was like an advert for the Masked Singer or something.
Oh God, yeah. The Masked Singer is a real big. Like, Frank
Everybody,
is all
everybody's
about
hot on this.
I've
Hot on this, right?
I've bet on the Masked Singer and Dancing with the Stars now. When does the clock stop on a field goal kick? I'm not sure. We kind of missed the end of it there. Second half, first score safety. That's coming back. That's in vogue. That hasn't happened in a while. It's due. Is it maybe due? Yeah, weird. Little weird call. Oh my God, this guy had Arizona plus 7.5. R.I.P. JT. That sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, that call was something, considering how they'd let people kind of get away with things. When Lockett, like you said, Lockett got mugged. I don't know about the Kirk play down the sideline, but there was some contact there, and I'm just like, oh man, they're gonna let him play here, and then they call that on Peterson.
Yeah, let's give some people
sucks.
some credit here. Our buddy Wesley in the house, true UK fan. We got our buddy,
the Kentucky
master.
Sodsman.
Yes,
Pickle Rick has a question. Oh, everyone, time out. Pickle Rick has a question. He said, I have a question when you're ready for it.
Pickle
You better
Rick.
have it retyped. Like
Let it rip.
It's holding up the process.
I saw an awesome meme the other day that was President Obama going through the interview, and he was like, all of the faces he was making in the 60 Minutes interview, and the payoff was, and he's a doctor, and he somehow gets his brain into a pickle. It was crazy, and I almost sent that to Pickle Rick. Now I wish I had. We're still waiting for his question.
A lot of people watch The Masked Singer. It's quite popular on the television.
It's tearing up the.
Murray is hurt, and I don't know that pass. He's had a couple passes that weren't terrible, but the play calling isn't great.
Pete in the chat, Dogman chat.
Yeah, if it is a rotator cuff, the injection isn't
welcome.
What are we drinking? I'm not even drinking tonight.
I have a cocktail, but it's not in the room with me. A lot of our friends here today. This is great, man. Cheers to everybody.
I missed you all.
I didn't give Mook a shout out. Mook is on the same page with me this week. Hopefully that's a good sign. He was against me last week, and I got my ass kicked, so he did well. Yeah, man, solid crew tonight. Let's talk about this game.
Jay,
all right, ready?
Jay, what's up? All right.
All right, good shit, man. Yep, this is good, man. Everybody. Thirsty Thursday.
I'm coming home. Ricky Rubio.
I made that joke earlier. Andy tried to pretend like
else.
it was hump day, and I was like, had to correct him that it's Thirsty Thursday. All right. So
we're at
let's get
16-7. First half under in Seattle, first half cashed. What do we got for lines? Let's take a peek. Or we could just ask the chat. Honestly, they would tell us.
It is -2.5 for Arizona. If you wanted to take +2.5 for Seattle, they are asking for -123. That's a big old chunk of juice for +2.5. Just move it to +3 for crying out loud. I don't know why they do that.
Or take the Seattle money line.
Or take the Seattle money line, which is +127. The total, did you see the total already?
Yeah, 27.5. I suppose that's about where it should be.
+101 to the over?
They were running the ball quite a bit, and Arizona's play calling is god-awful horseshit. It looks like Nagy came back for a fifth and sixth quarter.
Hang on real quick before diving into the play calling, because I got lots of thoughts. If we want to play the over, we got to get in quick, because I think it's going to get better. Do you have that? Is that your inclination here? Because if that's what it is, we got to fire. It's going to go.
You know where I stand.
Over. Second half over. Yeah. I mean, garbage time points are there for Arizona. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna fire it away at 27 now before it gets too high.
We can see the YouTube
I'm
chat,
gonna
guys. If you comment in YouTube, we can see it.
27 and a half. I'm in here now at minus 105
In
and
before.
bang. I missed plus 101. I'm angry. We
Yeah,
should
it got
we should
beat
have
up a
talked
little.
about it before.
It looks
Yeah,
like it's
we
bouncing
should have been
around
a
a
little
little.
faster. Okay. So over
All right.
27 and a half is
You
going
tell
to be
me. Well, I mean, just aside from my silly alternative bets, like just based on how this first half went, I was looking for anything under 28. I'm
yeah.
happy. Please post
Yeah.
your ticket. I could share my screen, I suppose. I'm not going to do that, Edge. Go suck it, Pete. Nobody likes you.
Go get a perfectly well-crafted cocktail, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm sure that that's in the cards for you tonight. No, so the reason that the over is a fair look here is a couple things. So Arizona gets the ball first. This could entirely still play out like the first game where Arizona comes back and this is trading scores and this comes down to end of game execution. My general feel is, and honestly, like points were left on the field. But DK Metcalf, I mean, they hit him in the damn face. He didn't catch the touchdown. I think in general, the play calling by Cliff Kingsbury has been suspect. That's being kind. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, it's been dog shit. This is bad Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know what the hell happened to Chase Edmonds for the most of that first half. He wasn't really getting any looks. He's been their most dynamic guy out of the backfield. Why they were forcing Kenyon Drake and just forcing carries with absolutely no push from their offensive line was mind-boggling. And the designed runs that were so spectacular from Kyler Murray over the last handful of weeks have been completely MIA. He has 3 rushes for 7 yards. This is a guy that's been rushing over 60 yards a game the last 4 weeks. And now that he's got the injured shoulder, I don't know if that incentivizes them to be more cautious with him as far as putting him in harm's way. But whatever the case is, this offensive performance so far from the Cardinals is not representative of who they are. And they're going up against a defense that's going to give up points, give up yards. And there was a couple defensive injuries as well. So I think the over is a solid play.
Yeah, and if you do want to protect Kyler, maybe probably stop some of the RPO stuff and just look at some short passing. You can't turn this guy into Ben Roethlisberger, but that's kind of the offense you need to run. Just some quick stuff out. Maybe not the Larry Fitzgerald bubble screens. I don't know if that's been a really good play for a while. He's our age, guys. That's not great. So second half over, we got a 27.5. Are you going to put a banner up while I'm jabbering here?
Oh, sure.
I forgot all about the banner, so I got distracted by something else. And honestly, I think Seattle probably should. I think I might be on the wrong side with Arizona +4.
What was the price you got on 27.5?
Oh, I'd have to check. It was jumping around at bookmaker there.
What is it now?
It's minus 116.
Minus 116. Okay.
Probably 10.
I don't think that's a huge. That's not enough juice to scare me away from it.
No.
Still.
Yeah. This is a good case from Pamela Amma, 35. Her picture's broken. That drives me nuts on here. Fucking Parasite. But Seattle second half team total over 13. That's not a bad look.
No.
Seattle probably should be scoring more points. Yeah, they
surprising that the pass rush is getting home for
either team.
Either team.
Yeah, really.
Every sack, I'm like, what? What was this? A sack? Huh? I guess I would lean towards the defensive lines. They're thin. Both of them have a limited depth at defensive line. And now that they've been pass rushing so aggressively for a half of football, I would expect they start to get tired. That happens to everyone. Short week too, so their legs are going to go at some point, and I think you're going to start to see both these quarterbacks really operate a little bit more cleanly. Lockett back at relative full strength, from what I can tell, is making a huge difference for Russell Wilson. It's night and day. Not as strong a signal as Galladay and Stafford or Will Fuller and Deshaun Watson, but clearly Lockett is the guy that needs to be on the field for Russell Wilson to be at his best, and he's playing well tonight. DK Metcalf obviously drew that huge penalty, which was garbage, and then he didn't catch the touchdown that hit him in the damn face. But he's still a threat, and they're devoting a lot of the secondary coverage to keeping two bodies on DK Metcalf, which is giving opportunities for everyone else, which I love. There was a lot of talk, a lot of concern coming into this game that Pete Carroll was going to revert to running the ball too frequently on first and second down. Have you seen any of that?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably running the ball.
You've seen that he has been. You've seen that he has revised.
I'm gonna have to look at the first downs. I didn't really track that. Somebody says L for Jobo. That's probably correct. The big thing for me is probably I think Seattle's fine. They'll get it going here. If Arizona wants to contribute to this total and possibly get back into this game, they're going to need to be a little more aggressive. When your defense sucks donkey dick like this, you can't be doing it's 4th and 2, let's punt it away. Well, good thing we pinned them deep there. And then, you're going to have to be a lot more aggressive on 4th down in the game. Especially, they're not down by a ton, but if they do if they don't score in this first drive, they're going to have to absolutely be a lot more aggressive. Not only on 4th downs, but on, 3rd downs, starting to think, like, we might have to go for this on 4th down. Let's think about our 3rd down play in that sense. And, yeah, let's see more Chase Edmonds. I want that bad.
I know. He's way more dynamic playmaker.
This might be true.
Hey guys, it won. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it when we get to overtime for sure. We will cover that. Thank you for the reminder, though. Only other general thoughts I guess I have about this. Arizona has been playing so up offensively. They were due for a stinker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been playing up, and it's surprising that it's coming against the Seattle defense. Have you seen Seattle defense doing anything where you're like, oh, maybe they are figuring things out? I mean, they held the Rams to 23 last week. Are they going to be better over the second half of the season than the first half of the season? I mean, it's the same thing that we talk about all the freaking time. Like, you can't take a team's 8-game sample over the first game of how their defense plays and use that over the second half of the season. It's just not realistic. That probably works both ways, right? A good defense over the first 8 is not going to be good over the second 8, and vice versa, right?
Yeah, and really with the injuries on both sides, I am surprised we didn't see some more points. And yeah, Kyler's arm might be hurt, and the play calling isn't great, and we probably have some regression for Arizona. This is my personal Atlanta, West Coast Atlanta right now. So yeah, shoulder, not arm. That's all. The arm bone's connected to the shoulder bone. Yeah. See, this is what's bothering me the most.
Dare.
Shout out to my girl Nikki.
Yes.
I hope she doesn't have the Rona, but she's in protocol, so I can't get a haircut right now. Nobody knows how to fade like she does.
I think I speak for everyone when I say fuck coronavirus.
Yeah, it sucks. It's really dragging on now. Like, I wish we could get rid of that.
That's on fire tonight, man. Great job, guys.
We are going to need scapula references. We are going to need Arizona to get going on this first drive. And yeah, I'm in a bar. Had a shave. I did shave the beard. It's gonna come back. Yeah, Drew, you cannot leave the house right now. You're on curfew. You're still out. It's what's it like 3:00 West Coast time? I never know how the times work.
It's getting close. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. California is not going to be fun for the next 4 months, probably. Well, hat tip to our buddy Ryan. Hat tip to Gav. Hat tip to I saw Pickle Rick's question. We'll get to it in overtime. Sam is in the chat today. Everybody's showing up. This is great. Great job, people. I love it. Jay Creer. No one covers like Creer.
Nobody covers like Creer.
Drop your college football play of the week. I'm curious. Who you got. And as Jay just reminded of, Caleb, yes, we got everybody here. Remind me, Andy, you're going to bet college basketball this season?
Yeah, if they have college basketball, it sounds like they're going to try their damnedest.
Yeah. You think, have you been working on your model?
I got to go find the computer that it's on. It's on a different laptop somewhere at home. So that's my project for the weekend. I've been working a little bit, but I have to find last year's.
Gamble, game, yeah.
I do have to find last year's spreadsheet. Get there. Yep,
Everybody's ready for
this
Andy Kong.
this isn't going to do me a lot of good this week. I only bet like 5 Ivy League games a year.
Ivy League has canceled sports for the winter, if you haven't already heard.
You is horrible. Has a point.
Yeah.
Once we get to OT here.
All right. The
did
game's
you see
back
Dr.
on. It's back on.
Aristian,
So
by the way?
it's effectively OT. No, what did he say? He doesn't like our overplay?
No, he had a kid walk in the room right as I said sucks donkey dick. So that's on me. That's mine.
You know what? From this point forward, in honor of Dr. E, because we appreciate all he does, the halftime scope will be PG
13
from 13 from now on, and overtime will be rated R. We will save the R-rated.
We did kick off. We were in overtime.
Yeah, we will save the R-rated.
Oh, weird. Cardinals are on third down. Yeah, that was my bad.
All right, we'll start with Pickle Rick's question, which was, where do we get the look ahead lines? Great question. My go-to for these is the Superbook. Puts out a sheet that is very, very reliable. It will always be out. It's always well thought out. It's not garbage. And it does really realistically reflect what to expect. You can track that down if you Google like Westgate look ahead or Superbook look ahead, or sometimes Wager Talk posts it. Sometimes who else posts it? Sometimes Covers posts it. Don't have to dig super hard to find it.
The Superbooks one is super easy.
Yeah, and you can also go to there's a bunch of odd screens. Any odd screen that has the Westgate up will put them on the odd screen for the following week, like at the bottom of all the NFL lines. I usually take a screenshot of those and just stash them away. It's always good to have.
It's really nice to compare because, and we don't have to tell you guys this, you're smart fellas, but to know what adjustment the market made before we get to things based on what happened Sunday. Are the girls drinking tonight?
Yes.
I suppose it's quarantine time.
I know. We only have a couple more hours till
the purge.
Lockdown, so yeah. I'm looking for look headlines now, but what would you guess the look headline is for Thanksgiving night? Steelers v. Ravens. It's in Pittsburgh, right?
Steelers minus Pittsburgh. 12.5, I suppose. Steelers are the best team I've ever seen.
That's kind of crazy, man. Give me a real guess.
Unnecessary roughness. Keeping my Cardinals going.
Yes, let's go. Give me a real guess on
Chicago
Pittsburgh.
Cardinals.
What is the Superbook? What is the Superbook hanging for a look ahead for Pittsburgh Baltimore?
Let me tell you what I would make it.
What would you make it?
Well, I got to pull up my power number spreadsheet. It's loading. Prices. All right. So Pittsburgh is a.
We got some wild guesses in the chat.
It's in Pittsburgh?
It's in Pittsburgh.
I make it minus 2.5.
That is the number. Minus 2.5.
Well, good. I'm not betting it then. I'm on market.
Well, that's no fun. You gotta bet the nightcap on Thanksgiving. It's an absolute.
Well, I mean, I'll parlay it with something.
Okay. All right. What would you guess the look ahead is for the real main event? Washington football team Dallas.
Ooh, where's that game?
It's in Dallas. Come on, what kind of question is that?
I'm kidding. It's Thanksgiving night. So Dallas, they're a negative number. So this makes the math even more complicated for me.
It does, yeah. Negative. I think Washington is also negative. So it's complex.
Dallas minus 1.
Exactly. You're on the nails. Are you looking at
I'm not guessing. These are my numbers.
Okay, so maybe
that's not good. That doesn't mean I have any advantages.
You work for the Superbook?
Apparently.
Did Jay give us his college football play of the week, by the way? I'm just curious. I hadn't seen it.
We're going to need it. Dallas minus 2. He's pretty close.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the third game then? Who does Detroit play?
That one's there's no line for that because it's Detroit, Houston, and we don't know about Stafford, I suppose. That's the reason. I don't know why they didn't hang a line for that, but nothing up for that one. Anyway, Thanksgiving is going to be fun. Anyone else have any questions for overtime for us out of curiosity?
I think they're like, hey, what's the secret team total over?
Do you get any hotlines on college football this week, by the way, yourself?
Not really. There hasn't been a lot that popped out. It was not like the Wisconsin game. God, I wish we had one of those every weekend. I would just put my kid's mortgage on it.
I got a real Thanksgiving. I know that Wisconsin game was an all timer. I mean, I might be retiring from college after that. The key question though for you is actually about Thanksgiving specifically. This is a really good one. Yes, we are doing halftime scopes on Thanksgiving. Absolutely, that wasn't the question.
I'll be smoking a turkey, so I'll have lots of time.
So the Circa Survivor Contest has a fun wrinkle where you must pick a Thanksgiving Day game and then pick again for week 12.
I like that.
So it's required people to be a little bit more conscientious throughout the season.
And none of those are very big lines. They're all like under a field goal.
They're all close.
I mean, what would you let's just say so it's in Detroit. I mean, I would make that game. I'd make it Detroit -1.5. So they're all tight ass. That's a tough wrinkle, all things considered.
It's going to wipe out. I mean, there's 300 people left.
It'll wipe a bunch of people out.
That's good. I mean, you'll probably have a sixth of the field left, right?
When you looked at this, if you knew the rules ahead of time, you look at this, you're like, well, I'll save Dallas.
Well, I got to save Dallas.
I'll save Dallas.
Yeah. Got to save Dallas. But that actually probably kept you alive, right? You didn't take Dallas when they lost the game they absolutely should have won. But no, here's so the two questions then. What's going to be the most popular pick on Thanksgiving? And then what is the plus EV pick?
I think I think it'll be an underdog. I think people will take the Ravens.
You think the Ravens are going to be the most popular pick over the Steelers?
As a contrarian play? Yeah. I would think game theory.
Game theory not contrarian. If it's
game theory would lead me to take that. So yeah, probably Pittsburgh or Detroit. Depending on how Houston looks. If Detroit gets some players back, they might end up getting some money there. Detroit gets some offensive players back. So
Detroit's kind of the only I'm sort of interested in them if it's cheap and they're healthy. Because do you know what Laremy Tunsil's status is? Is he like hurt?
He's got the Thanksgiving bong mask.
Remember that's exciting. Oh, I'm gonna break out the Thanksgiving bong mask for the night Periscope.
Here's a good question. Like, what would they let you fuck up? Oh man, I ruined the PG-13 already. Like, what if you took all 6 teams that played?
It's overtime. This is R. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What?
No, you're automatically limited if you've already used all.
Yeah, 6, that's hilarious. I hope somebody did that because that's just funny to me.
Yeah.
And if it was
people who have Steelers may use them Sunday. I don't know that that's true though.
The refs. We got the refs on Arizona's side right now.
Yes. Let's matriculate the ball refs. I think that because there's a lot of people who are like, well, I want to use Pittsburgh against Baltimore on Sunday night, so I can't use them against Jacksonville this week. Like that's a big discussion point among those people who are in Survivor still.
Yeah, that's tricky.
I'm
glad I took the Colts week one. I haven't had to worry about this for 10 weeks.
A lot of people also dicey don't feel great taking the Chargers this week. Like 50% of pools have the Chargers.
I wouldn't feel great about that at all.
Yeah. Okay. People with 2 entries might need to pick the same game and get one through though. Yeah, that's true. That's actually a great point. If you have 2 entries alive, you go Steelers, Ravens. Actually, you stay both the Steelers and Ravens for later.
You go Washington,
and you wipe out both. Yeah, you wipe out both Washington and Dallas.
You know what'll be hilarious is when it's a tie, because that wipes out a lot of people. You do have the drunk giggles, and you're not even drinking. I mean, a little bit. You're not a little.
I've had some sipperoonies. It's Thirsty Thursday. It's well after happy hour here. Kyler Murray's passes are not accurate, by the way. His shoulder might be legitimately hurt. Touchdown! Is it a touchdown? Or is it a touch and goal?
This is my
touchdown cards. Yes, yep, dude.
Bet Spurts, baby.
Yes,
I'm on the app posting. It's fun because it's like my own little social media platform that
who got it?
People I don't know who they are.
Dan Arnold. He had a rough dropped pass in that first half that would have.
I'm not saying I bet Dan Arnold to score 2 touchdowns, but I'm not saying it. I played so many stupid little props today just because I got after look. I was chasing something down and I just in my squirrel, you'd see it, and I'd look at another prop. So Dan Arnold, my favorite sitcom cop.
If Devontae Adams doesn't play, I'm going to be drinking heavily early on Sunday, and hopefully I'm sober enough to do the pod.
Yeah,
because
Packers in a teaser is something I'm very much looking at. I just don't have anything to get after him. Yeah,
I'm assuming
12-1
he's going to
anytime
go.
on him. I'm thinking he is. All right, we need to settle down and come up with a team total here. I got to go home. The old lady.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay.
The old lady said she'd
I threw my hat in the ring
clean the
already
sheets, take a shower, and wait for me.
I threw my hat in the ring already on Washington over
I agree.
23.5.
I think we agreed on Sunday or Wednesday rather, and then we just didn't pull the trigger, and we said we'll come back to this at the end of the podcast.
There's a couple other options that I want to run by you.
Okay, let's do 3, and then we'll vote on it with the chat.
I guess I kind of am only looking really at overs because all these totals are super depressed this week. There's a lot of low totals this week, which I don't totally get. The first one that stands out. I was looking at that Atlanta game. Yes, I was looking exactly at that Atlanta game. What do you think of that? Cam Jordan maybe doesn't go. Marshawn Lattimore's banged up. Calvin Ridley's back.
Ridley's trending in, coming off the bye. Atlanta needs to get to 23 probably. Atlanta has a horseshit defense. Yeah. I think they're going to be chasing this whole game. Honestly, that turned into my favorite one. I think I actually like that more than Washington.
Okay.
It's indoors.
I already have an Atlanta play, though. Let me see what else.
It's the team total, though.
Okay. What about Pittsburgh? What about Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh is a weird team, man.
I know, but they could. I mean, what like the CJ, like the huge likely absence.
It's
the
28.
only good corner. The only good corner for Jacksonville is out. Jacksonville can't get a pass rush going. This is the kind of game where Pittsburgh they scored 31 at half and at 31-0 at halftime, and that's that.
I can still see foot off the pedal like we saw against the Houston Texans, and it might end up being like 27-10, and we feel dumb about it. So I still like it.
We could have a couple of fumbles, scoop and score. How many touchdowns for TJ Watt this week? Really is the big question.
Probably set the total at 1.5, and then I'd index it to the under just because it's realistic, but. And then, Pittsburgh hasn't run the ball well lately when they're up. They haven't run the ball well at all anytime. And it's been fun because, like, they throw, and that I've enjoying that part of it. But, when you have a lead, they're just kicking it back constantly.
Ooh, so I think Bengals are going to win.
I still like Atlanta the best one.
Okay, how about Patriots?
I feel like they're going to beat them on the ground. It might be really long drives.
Okay.
They should run the ball every down. They'll get 4 yards a carry. You have like 17 play touchdown scoring drives.
Okay.
I'm doing the math on that. That's only 68 yards.
We had Minnesota too. No.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Okay. Although it is a good offense.
All right. So the secret pod team total play is Atlanta.
For the 165 of you who stuck around 28 minutes of our shit.
What's the best number you got? Because they should be popping right now.
Oh, it's not. It's 24? I'm going to look around. I want a 23.5.
Not crazy.
Lovig. Take it easy. You ever sing that song? I get songs stuck in my head from the names of the books.
That reminds me of Dazed and Confused. We'll have to do them for Halloween next year. Love some good Dazed and Confused.
I'll be Mila Jovovich.
With the kiss and makeup? Yeah.
I was pulling into Hy-Vee. It's the grocery store here the other day. And that Sweet Emotion came on right at the beginning when they're making the sound. And I was like kind of driving slow, going around the parking lot. It felt like I was in the movie.
I love it, man.
I wasn't even
love
high.
that. That's if you only let me have one movie, that's in the conversation for me. Man, DK Metcalf with the dropsies tonight, helping you out with your Arizona Cardinals play. For that 27 and a half second half over, we need no missed XPs in the second half, huh?
We'd argue over who's Hunter, though.
I would.
You gonna make me Benicio?
I would be Gonzo. I'll be Gonzo for sure.
Yeah.
Just real. I can get real dark.
That's your attorney.
No problem.
God, I haven't seen that movie in ever.
All right, that'll be next. That's a great call for next year. We'll do that. Let's file that one away. You already got the yellow glasses. You already got the glasses. I love it. All right, man. We just got to get you a bucket hat and some drugs, and you're good to go.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, well, it'll be like the halftime show of the Super Bowl. We're doing like costume changes.
That sounds fun, but that's also a lot of work.
Really
we'll do different cocktails for everyone. How about that? We'll do different drinks every time.
Yeah, it'll be old fashioned.
Now
whiskey with ice, and then bourbon straight up. I'll just get it a little more.
I'm gonna go with probably a rye on the rocks, a red wine,
rock and rye,
and then a Manhattan. That's my go-to. Bum 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, man.
Might do a dark man. What's it called? A black Manhattan.
Black Manhattan. Ooh, now you're talking. You're talking.
I don't know if I have sweet vermouth on hand, but I'll have to get some.
Carpano Antica.
Three
Carpano Antica.
You'll have to text me that. I don't
pick some up. Pick some up on the way home.
Oh my god! Yeah, anyone who's not experienced the Thanksgiving Day scopes, you think Drew gets drunk for these? Like, wait till the third one. The third one's
baby, messy. Those still exist online. I never deleted them.
They're all like the whole thing is overtime.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. So it's a great figure experience. All right, man.
Let's go Cardinals. 28-0 second half.
See ya, man.
Big pick. We need a big pick right here. See ya.
Pick 6. Let's go.